The following is a Shaw TV special presentation.
Good evening and welcome to the 132nd Annual Prince Albert Exhibition Summer Fair Parade. I'm Lisa Rism, joined by co-host Larry Krause. How are you doing tonight?
Doing just great, Lisa. Thank you.
We are so excited about the parade. There are over 75 entries. What are you looking forward to seeing?
I think the things in the parades that are always my favorite, I like the music part, of course, and also I really appreciate the amount of work and effort and time that the people that bring horses into town and have them in a parade involves. Really appreciate seeing them.
For sure. There are going to be horses, bands, and a couple of new exhibits that we haven't ever seen before. So sit back, we'll have more after the break. Things are getting underway here right now in the Prince Albert downtown. We have the Prince Albert Police being the flag bearers for the parade.
And they're followed right behind by the Prince Albert Sea Cadets and Navy League. The flag bearers are carrying the flags of Canada,
Saskatchewan,
Prince Albert, and the Lions Clubs International.
and here's the troop of Sea Cadets and Navy League right here from Prince Albert. Well, we can hear them coming. They're the Prince Albert Highlanders Pipes and Drums. The band is led by Pipe Major Dave Monette and Pipe Sergeant Michael McLaughlin. Prince Albert Exhibition Association banners carried by board members Brennan Jack and Ben Ordain.
And followed right behind is a wagon from the Saskatchewan Western Development Museum. The conveyance provided carrying Mayor Greg Dion and members of the Prince Albert City Council.
We also have the provincial MLA represented here from the Sask Party, Nadine Wilson.
And of course, we got Victoria Jurgens, Sask Party MLA, on another wagon, and representing, of course, Prince Albert Northcote.
And that wagon had Jason McCaution and his horses in it. Now we see Randy Hoback, the federal MP for the riding Conservative Party. Now we have a long list of politicians here coming up in the parade.
I'm thinking it must be an election year if we have so many people being represented this time around.
I think just about every riding and every party is got a float in this parade for sure. Now coming up, we have Nicole Rancourt.
And she's the NDP candidate for Prince Albert Northcote.
Well, another good thing about parades is the fancy cars.
Absolutely. We got Cam Broughton coming by here right now, and he's the leader of the opposition NDP here in Saskatchewan.
Hey, Cam Broughton. Nice you brought the kids. Now we have Shane Lazarovich, our local NDP candidate for Prince Albert Carleton constituency. There's a lot of orange in this parade.
Yeah, that there is.
For sure.
And being followed by Lon Borgenson, and he's a federal NDP candidate for Prince Albert.
And then we have Clay Debray, NDP candidate for Batoche constituency. And following the sea of orange, we have Joe Hargrave, Prince Albert Carleton Sass Party candidate.
Now, right behind Joe Hargrave, we've got the
Jim
Patterson Broadcast Group. And it, of course, is CKBI Radio in town here, Power 91, Mix 101, and PANow.com, serving Prince Albert and area.
Now that was formerly Rolco Radio, bought out earlier this year by the Jim Pattison Broadcast Group. Happy to have them in town, and none of the stations closed. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is great. And of course, driving on the road with Don Mitchell is Don Mitchell.
Of course, and his lovely van from Lakeland Ford. That is some amazing artwork on that van. Hey, Don.
I always said he had the map on there to make sure he could find his way home.
That's so true. And we have Mix 101, the Rock Machine, PA Now, and a very noisy little ambulance.
Prince Albert Parkland Ambulance, serving Prince Albert area, of course, and with their antique Cadillac that they bring out for parades, a great restored vehicle.
Absolutely. Started by the Duchak family in 1921. It's been serving the community as Parkland Ambulance since 1957.
And here we have one of the more modern units, is what they're being serving with the community right now. And equipped with paramedics and able to give the best possible service.
A lot of life-saving devices now on ambulances.
Yeah, that there are.
CPR machines and the Lucas machine that can do chest compressions. It's just amazing what they can do on site now.
And also they're just passing through was an ATV unit that allows them to get off-road and be able to do rescue in places where normal ambulance wouldn't be able to get.
Lucky to have them. Thanks, Parkland. Now there's a green guy walking around. Kind of looks like a dinosaur, and he is from the Children's Haven. Oh no, he is the Parkland ambulance guy. That's who he is.
There we go.
Green Dino.
We got Children's Haven here coming into view. The driver is Kayla Douglas, and the clowns are handing out candies and receiving donations for the Children's Haven.
That's a charity here in Prince Albert that helps families in need. And what's a parade without clowns?
Oh, you've got to have them, that's for sure. The kids are just loving it.
Now here is CTV Prince Albert's entry.
And followed by the Prince Albert Co-op Association. They're providing service to Prince Albert and area. Been doing it for a long time. And a lot of changes, a lot of developments with the co-op in the last little while. New service station went up down on 2nd. And
bigger and better every year.
Absolutely.
And a nice furry guy up there as well. And candies. Looks good. Can't have a parade without candies.
No, absolutely not.
Now this is an interesting outfit here on this guy. Prince Albert Polka Fest. The 13th annual Polka Fest takes place this August.
And the folks going by with the antique costumes were
Aw,
from My
thank
Antique
you.
Portrait. They were in 1890 costumes.
Handing out coupons too, excellent.
Oh, there we go.
And we have more from the Polka Fest entry. Let's just give a listen to that. Polka Fest is taking place August 21st to 23rd at the Exhibition Center. Total highlight of summer.
That is the 13th annual, so
Sounds like a fun event, hey Larry?
oh, you betcha.
Sounds good to me. Now we're looking at a float from Giant Tiger, a local community business serving Prince Albert and area.
Yeah, and they say get it all for less.
Good slogan. And another fuzzy guy on the float.
It's a good day for mascots. Here we have the float from Melfort District Chamber of Commerce. Of course, they're promoting Melfort and District. They always come to Prince Albert and have a float in the parade. And appreciate having them out.
Yeah, and there's a lot of back and forth between Prince Albert and Melfort. We go there to use their water slides as they have depicted on the on the float. Nice little town. City, have to call it a city for
absolutely.
sure.
Here we got Prince Albert Ringette Association and providing youth sporting activities. It's always good to see kids active in sports, and this is another great one they can be involved with.
Ronald McDonald Restaurant. The actual Ronald McDonald is here. I'm so excited. That is such a good mascot.
You know, and as busy as he is, that he's able to make it to Prince Albert, I think that's very decent.
He hasn't aged a bit, that guy.
No, he's about the same age as when they first set up in Saskatoon when I was like
A youngster.
a while back. Yeah.
A youngster. I got to get some of that face cream. Keeps off the wrinkles. And here's the second McDonald's entry. Happy waving people. Good to see.
Yeah, and McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Now behind them, a parade would not be complete without some older cars. And we have here the Grand Chapter of Saskatchewan Order of the Eastern Star. They work alongside with the Shriners.
Yeah, and here we have the worthy Grand Matron.
That's right. And the Masonic Temple and all those clubs, service clubs. Scooters. Check out the scooters, Larry.
Well, they got little minivans too. Like that is a real minivan.
So we have represented here the Saskatoon Shrine Drums and Bugle Band and the Prince Albert and Carrot River Shrine Club on the scooters and choo-choos.
You know, I think someday when I grow up, I want to have one of them. That'd be fun.
I thought cowboys only rode horses, Larry.
Well, you have to do something when you're off time.
Right. And now we have the Canistino Lodge and the Royal Arch Masons of Prince Albert. All part of the Masonic family.
And of course, promoting the Shriners Hospital for Kids. There comes the choo-choo.
Choo-choo patrol. Now that's a neat vehicle.
Yeah, that it is. And of course, the Shriners Clubs and the Shriners Hospitals, they do an awful lot of good work for kids. And can't, on the one hand, it's a bunch of guys getting together and being part of the parade, but the fundraising efforts that they do are just something else.
That's right. In Montreal is the Shriners Hospital, and they help children from all over North America with their orthopedic needs.
Here we have the Carrot River Shrine Club being represented as well.
That's It's nice they came to town all the way from Carrot River to help us celebrate.
Yep, good to see him here.
And here's a familiar sound. The band, the Shriners Band.
And it's kind of nice that they put them on a float as opposed to them having to walk the entire route. I think that's very considerate, very decent.
For a few years now, the Shriners drums and bugle bands have been participating this way. It's a pleasure to have them. And they're looking for members. It says call 653-4666 to join. We have a float here by the Red Cross, Canadian Red Cross Society. They helped out a lot during the recent forest fire situation we had in the north.
With all the evacuations and all, they were very instrumental in a lot of the things that went on there. And here we have a float from Glenmore Grain Equipment. They're a local community business in town here. Dealers for Kubota and all kinds of parts for just about anything that you need to fix on the farm. You know, long-term dealers and in for the long haul, that's for sure.
Look for them at the X. They often have the tractor pulls, the kiddies tractor pulls there. So
Yeah, that they do.
pedal tractors.
We've got Prince Albert Minor Football Association coming into view here now. They're developing youth through sports, and there again, you know, any group that wants to get kids involved in athletics and get them active in their own betterment. Like, talk about a positive thing to be involved with.
Absolutely. Registration is coming up, so head to PARiverriders.com to register your son or daughter anywhere from ages 9 and up.
And of course, when you've got football, you've got cheerleaders.
That's something new. I haven't seen this cheerleading group before in the parade, but happy to have them.
You bet.
They're going to do a little setup here now.
Here we got Park Range Veterinary Services serving Prince Albert and area. Been doing that for a long time. I know we've had animals that we've taken in for and got some of the greatest care for them. So very much appreciate what they do for people.
And here we have the Prince Albert Kennel and Obedience Club. They run classes for pets. Any dog misbehaving, put them in obedience class. They're gonna turn around for sure.
Have you ever watched some of the dogs go through those trials? It's just incredible watching those, the kind of training and just the excitement that the dogs go through all those trials with.
For
It's
the
just,
agility tests,
yep,
absolutely. There are no bad dogs, just
no.
bad owners. And quite a parade of pets going down the street as well.
And not every pet is a dog.
Well, apparently
Appear
not.
Appear to have a pig.
Nice little pot-belly pig.
Ah.
He's keeping up quite well. Now I see yellow on a car, and that can only mean one thing. The Super 8 car from the Super 8 Hotel. It's a local business here in Prince Albert.
Now, I'm kind of partial to how that car looks. Having the horns on the hood just kind of adds something to it.
Texas Longhorns,
You
for
betcha.
sure. So coming up this week at the exhibition grounds, there are all sorts of attractions. We have Alex LaSalle's Petting Zoo, Roger Boucher, the family musician, Donnie Peranto, and many more. What do you see on the list there, Larry?
Well, I'm always kind of partial to Elmer Lamedy and a Stompin' Tom tribute. The guy does a great job. Some people say he sounds more like Stompin' Tom than Stompin' Tom did, and great that they've been able to bring him back again. Also, the Prince Albert Country Music Association is doing the country music show on Thursday at the Dave Stewart Arena at 8 o'clock. Some great new entertainers on the stage there. Take that one in for sure.
And where are you performing this year, Larry?
I'm going to be in the Lionel Smith Senior Center in the Log Cabin on Seniors Day on Thursday, doing 2 Western music sets in the afternoon. So hope to see people come down there, have a coffee, and listen to some cowboy songs.
And take in that air conditioning. That'll be fun as well. Now we have here the Prince Albert Heritage Senior Center.
Providing services for seniors in the Prince Albert area.
Anything from jam sessions, Christmas parties, bridge, morning coffee clubs, and cards.
You know, and that's got to be one of the biggest things, that be able to have activities that people can get together and go take part in. It kills an awful lot of what has a tendency to maybe be lonely days, and it's good for them to be out there and be able to provide them for them.
Absolutely.
Here we have the Ashton School of Irish Dance, and they're preserving Irish heritage by the dance that they do, and it's great to see a group of people that are working to preserve their heritage like that.
And providing a lot of great entertainment, kids' activities. Those girls work really hard to learn their routines. It's a lot of fun and provides a lot of skills, life skills.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love those colors. And those colors fit well with the Rotary International float we have coming up behind us.
They're again promoting the Rotary service in our club, another great community service club that does an awful lot in the community.
Now here we have the Prince Albert Daily Herald and Rural Roots.
Prince Albert's local newspaper service.
They've been in the community a long, long time. Happy their doors are open.
Yep, you bet. We have the Sylvan Learning Center, Youth and Adult Education. And so if you got problems with your gazinthas, those would be the folks to talk to. They're again providing a great service for people that just need that little bit of a step up.
Having trouble reading the paper? Go see Sylvan. They'll teach you how to read, all the better. Now some interesting costumes here from the Prince Albert Historical Museum. There are 3 museums here in town: the Historical Museum downtown, the Corrections and Policing Museum, and the Education, the old schoolhouse down beside the Tourism Center, just as you drive into the city.
Yeah, and working to preserve Prince Albert's history, and that they're doing a great job of.
Now here we are celebrating female hockey. We have a float, A&W Foxes.
Yeah. And they're celebrating playground and youth programs.
From novice to midget, girls hockey.
And also a shout out to Meeks Enterprises, who's providing the equipment for this float. Good to see them have that kind of community support. Take some equipment off of the road and be a part of this parade. Good to see.
That's a big float. Nice flat deck. Now I think, Larry, you might have a thing or two to say about this next float.
Yeah, that I do. It's a Prince Albert Country Music Association float, providing entertainment to Prince Albert and area, working a lot with young people coming up and giving them the opportunity to get out on stage. And you take a look at who's on the float here. That is basically the who's who of the Prince Albert country music scene. See just a few: Dennis Adams, John Quinn, Elmer Lamedy. Oh shoot, they went by too quick. But there again, Thursday night, you definitely come down and take a look at the Prince Albert Country Music Show. It's on stage at the Dave Stewart Arena, and you definitely will not be disappointed.
And And we have to thank the Country Music Association because they awarded us Country Music Show of the Year for the second year in a row for a Timberline Music Show.
Absolutely.
Good connections.
Yep.
Here we have Pause. Here, Canine Services. So Pause here. Canine
Providing
Services.
pet training and more.
Pet grooming. I would say that's why those dogs have such nice haircuts.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Tasha's Flooring, a local community flooring business that's been here in Prince Albert. Their slogan, your flooring experts. Wow, nice scar.
This is Stan Skibicki. He's got a 1968 Chrysler. Very, very nice shape.
That's a Chrysler Newport. Now the next one is my neighbor, Lucky Roca. He is driving a car that he built by himself. It's the second car he's built in his lifetime. Lucky is 86 years old and originates from Portugal.
That is a unique vehicle.
Hey, Lucky. It's a nice little roadster. It really handles well, too. Now we have Absolute Maids. These are cute cars as well.
Providing cleaning services to Prince Albert area.
Followed by Era Maternity Baby Boutique, located right here in Prince Albert. And look at all the babies. Not really babies, but toddlers. So cute. Now, speaking of children, here's another children's organization. It's Hope's Home, and that is a daycare for children with special needs. It hasn't been open that long here in Prince Albert, but it provides such a special service for people who need it.
Coming into the picture here, we've got the Prince Albert Outlaws. It's the women's roller derby team.
Now that's a sport that's really taken off here in Prince Albert and some parts of Saskatchewan, roller derby.
That it has. So coming into the picture here now, we've got Armor Miniatures. It's a miniature team provided by Arnold Chester. Nice looking little horses.
That's a familiar name in the Prince Albert exhibition. They've been around for quite a while with their mini horses.
And we got another team coming into the picture here too, another miniature team. And that's Alan Jab.
And you know, their legs are little, but they're keeping up really well. It's amazing the strength. Look at, they've got two grown men on a wagon and they're pulling them just fine.
Yeah, nice match team. They're being followed by the Spruce Home Multiple 4-H Club. Of course, they're from Spruce Home and area. And all kinds of different disciplines that these kids are involved with as a part of the 4-H program.
Oh, so many things that they teach in 4-H. Anything from agriculture to gardening to hunting to so many good skills kids can pick up on. Light horse, outdoor adventure, photography, sewing, leadership classes.
There again, the equipment that they're on has been provided by Anderson Pump House.
Yeah, it's great to see sponsors and local businesses come out to support these service clubs and organizations, making the parade possible.
You betcha.
Now we have Equine Elite 4-H Club, 4-H Club from McDowell and area. Now the summer fair is a place where all of the 4-H clubs come together to compete against each other.
The Equine Elite Club, they've got the slogan, striving for equine excellence.
Now this year at the X, the sheep show was canceled, but all the horse shows are going ahead. So every day this week there'll be some type of horse show and then beef shows going on. So much to see.
You bet. Got the Red River Riding and Roping 4-H Club here, and they're from Prince Albert area. Got pets, of course, heavy horse wagon, and some of their riders following as well, being their flag bearers. The Great Canadian Oil Change with all the various different oil products that they have, and another one of the businesses in town here that making a difference. And they're followed by the Prince Albert Professional Chariot and Chuck Wagon Association. And of course, they're going to be racing all this week at the exhibition ground, so you'll want to make sure and get in there and take a look at some of that live horse racing action.
Absolutely. Chariot races are taking place on Friday at 5 p.m. at the grandstands, and almost every other night as well. I see here on the list. Every night, chuck wagon races.
I got something better.
Now we have an entry here from Ron Brienne and Michael Lipchuk, local real estate agents here in Prince Albert. And they are followed by the Shoppers Drug Mart staff on the big bike for the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Now somehow the Heart and Strokes Foundation bike stopped. I think they need to pedal to get it going in unison.
Well, they just gained another peddler. That might be what they were waiting for. Oh, and away we go.
Coming to you at 100 beats per minute. Last year alone, the Heart and Stroke Foundation helped create 165,000 survivors. Thank you for helping create.
Now we see some beautiful Clydesdale horses in this next one.
Now we've got an 8-horse hitch coming down, and this is something that's kind of the exception. You don't see this a whole lot in parades. It looks great, and it's Sanguine Clydesdales, and they've got a float for Windsor plywood in town here.
See, not only should Budweiser have Clydesdales, Windsor Plywood can have Clydesdales as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're getting attention. Such big, beautiful horses. And here we have some more beautiful horses.
You don't see people riding a Clydesdale terrible often.
No, but she's doing quite well on it.
Absolutely.
And they are followed by the SaskTel Pioneers. Retired SaskTel employees are committed to their community and community services and put on floats just like this one. And here we have the Northern Prairie Dancers, the Jiggers. They're from Prince Albertan area and go around all over the country basically promoting their jigging. And here we have some more dancing, the Prince Albert Ukrainian Barvinik dancers. Now they take dancers from 3 to 99. They are such a big club here in town promoting Ukrainian dancing. They have festivals in the fall, competitions.
There again, a great way to preserve the Ukrainian heritage.
Another Prince Albert business, Easy Home. I think they can move stuff with that truck.
Oh yeah.
And they're located here in Prince Albert in the South Hill Mall. So other things going on this week in the exhibition, we have Donnie Pronto is playing on Wednesday in the Dave Stewart Arena. There is also the annual summer show and sale in the trade show. And here's a band we've all heard of, Constant Reminder.
You know, those young guys are really making a name for themselves. They're going to be in the David Stewart Arena Friday night at 8 o'clock. And if you want to see a treat, a bunch of young guys getting up on stage and making some incredible music, Constant Reminder are the guys that you want to go and take a look at.
Mm-hmm. And I think we have to correct ourselves because this year it's the Curvis Equipment Children's Pedal Tractor Pull, not Glenmore.
Oh, okay.
Curvis,
Change there.
They're switching off.
Okay,
Sponsors.
we've got Roto-Rooter. They're again a local Prince Albert business, and those are people that when you need them, call them because they'll fix you out of a big jam.
Yeah, I can think of a couple times I should have called them. I'm gonna go get some candy, Larry. You take over.
Okay, you betcha. We've got QP Local number 4777, Canadian Union of Public Employees.
Now, SGEU stands for Saskatchewan Government Employees Union, for people at home that don't know. And behind them, I see a tent on the roof of a van, which is kind of unique. And that is a float by Fresh Air Experience, right? A business just down the street from us here.
Yeah, just down Main Street here.
I got canoes, tents, clothing, camping gear for summer and winter. Almost anything you need to get outside. And you know, summer is just so short. You better get out and enjoy it while it's happening here in Saskatchewan.
You need to do that. And one of the things that you can do to enjoy it is to come down to the Prince Albert exhibition.
That is a great idea. I just cross my fingers. Weather's going to be excellent all this week.
Well, the forecast is looking decent, so...
We've been blessed with such a great summer so far.
You bet. We've got Family Futures here, and they provide family support and family services.
There are also child care centers here in Prince Albert, local daycare. Here we have a float. It says, "Own it, Saskatchewan is for everyone."
And they're followed by the float from Ben's Auto Glass, a local business in Prince Albert. Obviously, they're glass people. They fix glass. New windows, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see them.
I'm waiting for that sparkly car, but I don't see it yet from Ben's. But here we have the Métis Women Local 7. followed by a float pulled by a truck courtesy of Frank Dunn Toyota.
And that's Prince Albert North Search and Rescue. And they provide search and rescue services in the event that you're out in the bush and you can't find your way back. These are the guys that will be helping you out.
Yeah, they all undergo first aid training and things to help people out.
Here we have the North Saskatchewan Regiment Pipes and Drums, and they're right from Saskatoon.
Here we have an entry from the Canadian Armed Forces.
And they very definitely played a role. It's not too long ago in working with the forest fire situation we had up north, and we're happy to see that they come out and serve. They're being followed by absolute security investigation, absolute security and investigation, a security company in Prince Albert here that works to help keep the people and property safe.
And finally, we have some vintage fire trucks, antiques that are still rolling right along and shiny. They look as good as new. That is an entry by the Prince Albert Firefighters Association, proudly serving the Prince Albert community for over 100 years. Now, the first truck we see is a 1949 Ford 1-ton fire truck, original to the Prince Albert firefighters.
Suppressing grass fires and getting into areas that they can't get the larger equipment into.
And another mascot. I'm going to play Count the Mascot after this parade.
I think so. We're up to quite a few by now.
And here's a newer fire truck, one that is in service here in the Prince Albert area.
And a ladder truck is always something good to have. Buildings are getting taller and the equipment matches what the need is.
And now here is the last entry in the Prince Albert Parade, sponsored by the City of Prince Albert, the Street Sweepers. Thank you so much for joining us this year for the Prince Albert Exhibition Summer Fair Parade, sponsored by the Prince Albert Lions Club. The winners of the parade will be announced shortly, so tune into that and look online. That wraps up this year's exhibition parade from Central Avenue. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to my co-host, Larry Krause.
Well, thank you for having me on here again. This is always a pleasure to be a part of this.
Now, Larry will be down at the grounds, like he said, in the Seniors Center, the log cabin.
You betcha. I'll be there on Thursday in the afternoon and doing some cowboy songs. There may even be some yodeling.
And there'll be so many more great things taking place. The Midway and Petting Zoo and much, much more. That's July 28th to August 1st.